The secret sauce that Hyundai has going into 2026 is that they've already made the bet on electrics and they started sinking R&D and investment into the technology a few years ago. They are unhesitating about it. They kind of had a few years of low volume, sort of entry level EVs, mostly in Korea, some in the US, and they took their learnings to really fine tune things that you could only get in an electric car. They're building out a charger that can do vehicle to home integration. The super fast charging speeds, these are all things that if you're going to buy an EV, you want them to have. And that forethought really puts them at the top of automakers who will do well in electric cars without incentives category.
We see it in their sales numbers. 32% of all of their sales in the US were electric, battery electric or plug-in hybrid, right?
They don't separate out plug-in hybrid and hybrid. They were electrified. Their pure battery electrics were at 12%, which doesn't sound like a lot, but for a legacy automaker is really up there. Cadillac is like one of the few that's beating them.
Wow. Hyundai feels like they're on the right side of that. So they will be able to afford to keep prices down at an attractive level for a great car post rebates when other automakers that kind of aren't going all in on that production level are probably not going to be able to.
And another thing we haven't really talked about that much is the effect of the tariffs OEMs have shielded consumers from. It's expected going into 2026, the tariff pressure is really going to hit. Two of their fleet, the IONIQ 6 and the IONIQ 9, are made in the US right now.
Battery size is actually smaller than average in a Hyundai vehicle versus everybody else's, and yet their range is great. How do you square those two factors?
When you design things from the ground up as electric, when you go electric first, you're able to prioritize things like aerodynamics, which actually is a really big differentiator in electric vehicles. The electric motors are so efficient that things like wind resistance actually affects the overall efficiency a lot.